and it's not going to allow them to be asked as many questions. All right.
Keep that money coming in.
Back at Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 5. For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in.
Hey, it say, so wisdom is going to remove from thoughts that are without understanding. These people don't have no understanding of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, as that was brought out earlier. They have a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge, man. Oh, yeah, shit, the Lord love everybody. No, the hell he don't, man. Scriptures clearly say otherwise. The Lord clearly say otherwise, man. For one, he say he'll love those that dwell with wisdom, according to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7. And with that only being said, shit, hey, only from the nation of Israel, man, you know? Hey, shit, hey, the Lord say, he said, a division of all the people of every nation, man. So therefore, he can't love everybody, man. So therefore, that's why Scripture says now is the time when the true worshipers shall worship in spirit and in truth. Because, hey, just like I say, hey, the wisdom of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is not going to dwell in the malicious abode, man. So therefore, they're not going to be out here teaching the truth of the Lord, you know?
Hey, and with that, that means that the Lord created a person with a malicious abode, so that way wisdom can't reside in there. So that way, you know, Potter having power over the play.
We're gonna come right back to you after you finish this out. Got you. Go ahead, Doc.
For me? Oh, yes. Back in Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 6. For wisdom is a loving spirit and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is witness of his reigns, and a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue.
Come. Hey, so you can read that again, Watcher?
Like the teacher checking your work.
Yeah, he see everything and he hear everything, and you ain't gonna be able to finesse him and say, "Oh no, I didn't say that." He got it all wrote down. Well, matter of fact, he made you say it. He made you do it so you can be judged according to his will. But I'm gonna read again. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 6. For wisdom is a loving spirit and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is witness of his reigns, and a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue.
Hey, come, man, put in the silence the ignorance of foolish men, man. Nothing's gonna go pass by, you know. So if you have the knowledge and wisdom of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, hey, shit, you go check that, man. You know. So with that being said, hey, why? Because nothing can come up against the truth, man. You know, and overshadow the truth. All right, the truth is always gonna abound. The truth is always gonna come out on top, you know. So that's why 2 Timothy 2 and 15 study to show thyself approved. All right, that way we can constantly defend this gospel, all right, the right way, correct way, man. So if a blasphemer do come up, man, hey, shit, we can shut them up, man.
Precept. Somebody also grab Isaiah 13 and 11. Go ahead, Doc. Yeah, precept.
This is wisdom. Sirach chapter 15, verse 7, just to back up what the brother Arakal was saying. It said, but foolish men shall not attain unto her, and sinners shall not see her. They're talking about the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Foolish men ain't gonna get this understanding. Foolish men ain't gonna be able to expound deep, dark sentences. Foolish men are not going to be able to get close to the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And sinners are not going to see her. Those who are subject to transgression of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will never get the true understanding of what the Lord means in his words. Verse 8, for she is far from pride, and men that are liars cannot remember her. So wisdom, the spirit of wisdom is far from men that are prideful. It's far from men who come up with their own doctrine. It's far from men who's doing it for filthy lucre's sake. It's far from prideful men. Hey, men that are liars, men that are liars, that are not going to tell the truth, cannot remember her. So they ain't going to be able to recall nothing when it really counts. Especially the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Hey, just like the brother Nakal was saying, man. Hey, shit, that's how you know wisdom is not dealing with them. No, not the wisdom of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's why they have these different attributes. That's why they prideful. Why? Because they can't deal with the wisdom of the Lord, man. That's why they forget. Why? Because they can't deal with the wisdom of the Lord. Damn, what you say the name of the Lord was again? Shit, bro, we teach it every day, all day, constantly throughout the week, constantly out the year. instant in season and out of season. So you telling me you can't remember the name of the Lord? You know why? Hey, Romans 10 and 13, for whosoever call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. This wisdom is not for you, man.
Right.
You know? Hey, shit, what the other one was? Yeah, pride, shit, you get the making up stuff, the false doctrine. Why? Because, shit, you can't remember the wisdom of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He's not entrusting you with the wisdom, his wisdom, for you to get out here and speak. So guess what? You come up with your own, man. You speak your own doctrine. You make your own doctrine. John the Baptist not a man of the Lord. Says who? Shit, you not a man of the Lord, man. You know, so that's why they do that, man. You know?
Well, here go another slap. Verse 9. Praise is not seemly in the mouth of a sinner, for it was not sent of him of the Lord Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh Shai. So there you go. So they never ever gonna break the scriptures down right. A man that's a liar, a man that's prideful, the praise of the Lord is not seemingly in his mouth. I mean, it's not gonna be found in his mouth.
Right. And it goes.
And the crazy part about it, if it was able to be given to a malicious soul, he would deal with it maliciously.
Right.
We'll be messed up. If wisdom, the true wisdom was able to be entering those souls, we probably wouldn't be able to get it.
Well, ICBK.
Yes.
All of those are malicious souls. All of those are malicious souls, and the true wisdom isn't dwelling in them, and you can tell by their fruit.
They
They
still wouldn't bear it because of the simple fact they wouldn't be able to make any money off it. So they would if they really truly understand it, they would understand how to try to contradict it and gaslight it. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord won't let them deal with it at all.
What? Where your fringes at? Sir, I didn't even know about fringes to even come up. No, don't worry about it. You ain't getting nothing.
If that's the first thing that you trying to tell somebody for salvation is some damn fringes, you're crazy.
You're wicked.
Yeah, pretty much. Like fringes really gonna get me salvation? They put fringes on the cross.
Second Ezra 9 and 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, they hated law, while they yet had liberty.
And these are the ones that understood the law and they hated it. While they had liberty.
Yep. And when as yet place of repentance was opened unto them, they understood it not, but despised it.
Hey, God, that's the men that count the Lord's promise as slackness, man. They feel like just because they've been doing this for so long or whatever the case may be, nothing has happened to them so far, thus far. Hey, shit, man. Hey, the Lord, shit, we good. I'm good. Hey, the same must know it after death by pain. That's what the bishop was saying earlier and the elder was saying earlier, man. Hey, shit. Hey, they don't understand that they the people that's in delusion. So when it comes to pass, hey, shit, you got Ezekiel 33 and 33. Then so they know that a prophet has been among them. No matter how wicked you are, shit, you're going to come to the realization that, oh, damn. They did try to warn me about this, man, but I ain't take heed, you know? So guess what? What's left for you? To be numbered to the sword. Why? Because you had ample amount of time to turn back, to seek the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But guess what? The scripture that was brought out earlier, you turned your back instead of your face, man. So guess what? That's your ass.
They despised it. Like Zaquan was saying, they despised it. And they hate it.
All right. They hate it so much, man. That's why the Lord say, you're going to know it after death by pain, man. You know, because at the end of the day, by you despising it, you got to get your butt towed up for it, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. Like, you know, since you like butt breaking so much, it's like,
oh man.
Hey,
no,
hey, hey, what the precept was? Hey, no, the one that say they can't remember wisdom. They can't remember the truth, man. So guess what? By you not remembering what the Lord told you to do, hey, shit, that's gonna be your ass, man. As the brothers just said, the same must know it after death by pain. Hey, like your parents, hey. Take the steak out, have it out, thaw it out when I get off. I get off at 5, it better be ready. I want to come home so I can get the cooking. Same thing with the Lord. This is abode, man. Hey, take heed to my rules and regulations, my law, statutes, and commandments. Call upon my name. Don't let no strangers into my house. Meaning, hey, don't call on these false gods. Hey, But yet, guess what? You did everything that he told you not to do. So guess what? It's consequences for that, man. You know, the Lord go have his way. So therefore, you didn't listen to what he told you to do. So therefore, the same must know it after death by pain. And that's his version of belt the ass, man. Hey, shit, ain't nothing to say on that.
How you gonna do something wrong and expect not to get broke for it? You done did everything wrong and think, okay, parents come home, you ain't supposed to get broke like dishes?
One thing about people that looking, they don't feel like they're doing anything wrong.
Imagine you come home Imagine the parents come home, they say, I'm bringing company home, right? And they come home, you sitting there in your drawers, half naked.
Hey,
No covering.
No covering.
No covering.
They told you to get ready for service.
hey, they got on the wrong garments and shit.
No garment.
No guard.
Hey, yeah,
No garment.
Oh, damn.
Wait, hey.
Well, you know you getting your ass tore up, man.
No.
Soon your mama come open that door, you sitting on the couch like that. Oh yeah.
Now think about it though. You ain't got nothing on, but you want the Lord to embrace you.
Yeah, you jumping like this.
Hey, trying to get hugged.
How about you me outside?
Hey, and
No cover whatsoever.
that comes from the delusion is that, you know, God is love. God is all forgiving. Gotta wipe away a multitude of sins. You know, that Christian doctrine, not understanding that the Lord wants you to prepare yourself for his coming.
For his glory.
They on that come as you are.
Right.
Hey,
right.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, y'all right. Hey, what y'all say? Y'all can call me. Yo play yoga. All right.
I got your play yoga, bro.
Hey, cause these people out here think they can negotiate their salvation. I had somebody pull up on me the other day talking about, well, I stopped eating pork. Well, that ain't nothing, bro. You gotta work. You gotta study to show yourself approved. There's so much more than just one or two things that our people choose to focus on. Talking about something they go to church on Sunday. Like, man, you're being lied to and all real. You're not seeking the Lord. You just playing Monopoly. You just pass and go collecting your $200 going through the motion. There's no breath in nothing you're doing. You're not being built up. You're not being tested. You're being preserved. But they don't even feel that because they so in the flesh, they're more concerned about what's going on in this world. So when it comes time for the Lord to sit them in that judgment seat, they gonna still be trying to talk. The Lord already got that judgment rolled up, so it don't matter what you're gonna have to say in that day. Just be ready for it.
Our people want the Lord to bless them for doing wrong.
Yeah, thanks. God,
Hey, what the saying goes, the Lord don't bless no mess. That's what our people, they full of mess, but want to be blessed.
Like, can you imagine the Lord show up and man with no covering, he just stand up and be like, blessed in the Most High. What? How they say it?
Most High Christ bless. Most High Christ bless.
Man, your house shot from the set flame on your head. Man. Like, you had to be something.
They gonna be in that prideful spirit like IUIC. Oh, we've been waiting on you, Lord.
Right.
And then they gonna come out and say the wrong name.
JC. And it's crazy because they. No, I was just finna say it's crazy because their leader taught the true names, man. You know, and he did away with it.
The crazy part about it is, like, they won't teach the name, but they'll call on the name. They'll call on the name, but they won't teach the name.
That's even worse.
Hey, and that's an example of wisdom not going into a malicious soul because they feel like they got the truth and they call on the name but don't teach it. Oh no, salvation just for us and not nobody else. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Hey, we're finna run out some precepts and then we get back to the point.
Psalm 145 verse 18. Yahweh is near unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. So like the bishop said, they'll call on the name, but they're not calling it in truth. Okay, they're not being sincere. They don't love the truth. Verse 20, Yahweh preserve all them that love him, but all the wicked he will destroy. So they don't love Yahweh Shai, they don't even love the name. They're just saying it for show, to keep deceiving our people.
For filthy lucre, man.
Filthy lucre.
So that's really what it, you know, that's why they do the work, man. That's why they hold back the treasures, right? Not teaching the name of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, right? You know, trying to keep treasures to themselves, man. You know, because again, that's really a double-minded man, you know, because even if you're going back to work us, you know, praising Christ, it's the same thing, man. You're not giving homage to, you know, to our true power. You know, you're not even giving charity to the people, man. You know, and that's why, you know, read that first part again, say
18 or 20?
18.
Verse 18. Yahweh is near unto all them that call upon him.
Right, who all call upon him. You leading your people to destruction, man, because you're not giving them the proper substance, man. You're not giving them the names that they need to be able to call out on, man. You know,
if the Lord didn't allow them to use the truth like they're doing to make filthy lucre, they will probably be just, you know,
in the world.
In the world.
They're worshiping the outfits.
Come on.
Damn.
The wrong cover.
And you can't go to the Father if you don't call the Son.
Right. You can't.
It's a pecking order.
Even with that, you can't go like they. That's just like. That's why I believe they the real Pharisees and Sadducees.
Me too.
Wicked ones, man. Because just like I said, they broaden their phylacteries and you know what I'm saying, make the outside look good, but the inside is disgusting. Man. They don't want to do what it takes to cleanse themselves. That's why they run to the law. But when in all actuality, nobody's doing the law 100%. Like you breaking it by calling upon the wrong name. But you want to talk about fringes and laws. One of them fringes you forgot about, the name.
You got a whole patch between your fringes, man.
Right. You picking what fringe you want to abide by. You know what I'm saying? And it all comes back to the substance of truth, in which they don't have. Right? Even with what they do have, they won't teach us. I mean, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. They are teaching Israel, but it wasn't set up for them. They're leading the ones that need to be led astray.
You have one? Go ahead. We'll run them down.
This is the book of St. Mark, chapter 8, and verse 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. Damn. And I brought that out to back up the bishop, man. And that's basically, and the other brothers, man, that's basically what it is, man. They ashamed of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. That's why they don't want to get out there and basically present his name throughout the world, man. You know what I'm saying? And get out there and make it be known what his will is.
Real quick, can somebody grab Ecclesiastes 7:20 real quick? Because that shame that they're showing, they're ashamed of Yahweh Shai. That's it. They can call Christ whatever they want to call, but they're really ashamed. By saying the law, you're ashamed of the sacrifice that Yahweh Shai made. You didn't accept that sacrifice that he made.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chapter 7, verse 20. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not.
All right, so now we constantly break the law. So where's their atonement for sins then? There's not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sinneth not. So how are we going to make it according to the law? That's shameful spewing that they spitting out. They're ashamed of Yahweh Shai and the sacrifice that he made. For us to be able to be made, for him to be that mediator that broke down that partitional wall that separated it from it. That wall was the stone tablets. We broke those, so that put that wall up that we were separated from the Most High. Then Yahweh Shai broke that wall and became that bridgeway to close the gap between us and the Father. So they're really ashamed of Yahweh Shai because they want the glory to themselves. So what are they gonna do? Go up to Yahweh after Yahweh Shai went through all that mutilation and humiliation? They're gonna go to him and say, "Hey, I kept your laws." So that I ain't need your sacrifice. You can keep that. Wow. You feel what I'm saying? That's exactly what they're saying. By hollering law. Are we making void the law because of the sacrifice Yahweh Shai made? No. Because of the sacrifice. Because of that sacrifice, we don't want to see him go through that anymore. So we adhere to the law to the best of our abilities. Of course the law is still in place. We're not making void the law. But we know we're not going to get salvation through the law. We only get salvation through the faith in Yahweh Shai, who became the atonement to bring us back to Yahweh.
Right, because he's the one that makes us perfect.
He's the one that makes faith in him is what makes us perfect. Right. That's why Paul said, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect. Among them that are perfect. You know, only the ones that are perfected in Yahweh Shai be able to obtain to that wisdom.
No servant greater than his master. They think they equal to us.
I got a precept.
Anybody else got precepts?
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 18. It says, a man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city. And he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. So for the ones who's teaching these the wrong doctrines of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, they're gonna be hated ultimately by everyone, you know what I'm saying? even the congregation of his own team is gonna be hated, all right? Because he's speaking ill things. He's not speaking the doctrine, not the proper wisdom.
Right. He's not putting that proper vibration, that proper sound. That's what I was looking for. That proper sound.
Sound doctrine.
Yeah, that sound doctrine, man. And that's what our people. They got dull ears, man. Because they continue to listen to BS that's coming out of these false prophets' mouths, man. They don't really have the true vibration or the true spirit that's in them to be able to receive the wisdom, knowledge, understanding that's being spewed out by the men of the Lord, man. That's out on the highways and byways that's teaching this truth, man.
Right.
Leading the people astray.
That part you said, talking about they're not giving the proper sound. All right, when you're blowing the shofar, you got various reasons why you blow it. You blow it for feast days, holy days. You blow it for celebrations, right? So if you're blowing the celebration, blowing the horn for celebration, you're blowing the celebration call. That's the wrong vibration that you're giving out. So nobody's preparing themselves for the battle. They think it's time to. That's what they think. So they're confusing the mind of the people to where they don't think they should be getting prepared because the improper sound is going out.
Right.
So that's why it says, blow the trumpet of Zion, sound the alarm in my holy mountain.
And it's crazy you say that because that's the spirit that all these false Israelite camps are under. They're under the spirit of celebration. They want to start communities. They want to start, Israelite this, looking all cool and shit. Music labels and shit like that. They're in the spirit of mirth. They're in the spirit of wickedness. They're in the same spirit as America, trying to establish a hegemony here in some way. But they're using a false covering, not false covering, but they're trying to cover it under the guise of the Bible, when it's evident that it's not that.
IUIC just brought 40 acres. And I'm telling you, shit, they bought 40 acres. They want they shit from Esau instead of waiting on the Lord. Like, that's crazy, man. Y'all bought what was promised to you that wasn't given. Like, that makes no sense, man. But hey, shit, we're gonna get it either way regardless. Like, damn. So you gonna go use their money that you gotta get out here and slave for to give to them just to be up under more oppression.
And he rode in on a mule last
man. Mule, white horse.
Damn, the 40 acres and a mule. Damn. Well, that boy got his 40 acres and a mule. What?
That land blitz. Well, Big Satan finna get a land blitz too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that if they have pure doctrine.
Right. How about that?
Fact, if they have pure doctrine.
Nothing wrong. I would encourage that amongst brothers. We come into some money, let's get us some 40 acres.
Facts.
In truth. You know what I'm saying?
In truth. Hey, Salaki, let me clear that one up. They got 40 acres because they want a booster club and all that, etc. Just like the bishop was saying, man. It'd be cool if they were doing it in the truth, but they're trying to find longevity within Esau's kingdom.
More than likely, you found out that information because of their boastfulness.
I know somebody in IUIC.
Were they boasting?
No, that's like, hey, yeah, shit. It's about 40 acres.
Right, because what you gonna put on those 40 acres, though, man? Like you say, man, ain't stuff that's not really to help the people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to find him. That's our work. It's to lead our people back to him. And if you're doing everything outside of that as a claiming to be a man of the Lord or a congregation of the Lord, you're doing everything outside of that, man. You're not doing the thing pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. If with my 40 acres, man, I would have been out there. I'd have it set up so I could teach the truth. That's what those 40 acres should be used for, to teach the truth to your people, man. And to feed them, that proper substance. The proper problem, man.
So, they bought the wrong field. Matthew said, the kingdom of heaven, somebody that found a great treasure in the broad field went and sold all he had to buy that field. And they bought the wrong field.
They feel full of thorns and shit, man. Damn.
Yeah, well, that field, the Lord gonna sweep it with that great besom of destruction. That destroying wind, he gonna sweep it.
The best of destruction. When that comes sweeping they 40, they gonna start right there. At they 40.
You gotta start at the corner, clean the corner out.
Hey, as soon as they get it right, get the irrigation and electricity and everything going, that best of destruction gonna come. We're gonna start right now.
Yeah, man. All right. You take care of things.
Jeremiah 8:15. We looked for peace, but no good came, and for a time of health, and behold, trouble.
Right. So that's what they're looking for. They're trying to look for peace or establish peace in a place of trouble, but there is no peace unto the wicked. So we dwelling in a wicked land. There's not going to be any peace. The only way you're going to find peace is through Yahweh Shemel Shah. So you can buy all the land you want to, you know, it's still going to, the land's going to be unalive.
Jeremiah 6:14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying peace, peace, where there is no peace.
Right. So that's setting them up for failure, heal them slightly. So you're going to get some, you know what I'm saying? You're going to ease the pressure a little bit, but then what you're doing is you're really putting more pressure on them because they're going to still stay in that messed up state of mind. You know, you're not altering their thought process. You're hindering their thought process through those 40 acres.
You know who he is. You know.
Hey.
But that's part of our job too, to point them out, to mark them, man. You know, mark them that cause division, man. You know.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead, Doc.
Psalms 26, verse 9. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men, and whose hand is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. Full of bribes. 501c. Or what's it?
501c3.
501c3. Yeah.
Same thing. It's all
wickedness. Bribes. You know, that paperwork. You know, in bed with politicians. Okay. No Diddy. You know. But yeah, you know, and their right hand is full of bribes, and with that they do deceit, you know, and mischief, deceiving our people, you know, having them thinking like the bishop was saying, you know, they're gonna buy 40 acres, and now it's about to be all good, you know, peace, you know.
Check this out. Check this out. Now, to the naked, untrained, unspiritual eye, if you see somebody dressed up all nice in soft raiment, riding in on a white horse, right? And then you see, on the contrary, somebody riding in on a donkey in sackcloth, and both of them saying, I'm the way. Which one is the untrained eye going to choose? They're going to choose the one that looks good. You know what I'm saying? They would not choose those same individuals. They wouldn't have chose Yahushua because of how Yahushua came. That's why he said, when you went to go see John, what did you go out in the wilderness to see? What you thought you were going to see? A man in soft raiment, all, you know, talking about all that? No. You know? They seen a man with eating locusts and honey. You know what I'm saying? Condemning what was going on right now, what was in rulership in Israel at that time, making the way, paving the way for Yahushua. You know, so they just like it says, when they seen Yahushua, there was no calmliness about him, meaning there was no beauty in Yahushua when he came up. You know what I'm saying? That's why it says in Psalm of Solomon, I'm black, but I am comely, talking about the elect, because there's no beauty that they see in the elect either. You know?
Because they can't see the spirit, man.
They can't.
All they see is the flesh on the outside. They don't see the inward, you know, just like they don't see the inward spirit in us, man. You know, they see us wearing, you know, our garments, and they want to say, oh, you in dresses, or, you know, they always want to say something slick out their mouth, slick dissing. And it's like they don't see the true spirit within us because they don't have that sound doctrine.
They talk about in Corinthians where it said the Jews seek after a sign and the Greeks seek after wisdom. You know, they always want to show. They want something in grandeur. You know, something huge that's going to jolt them, shock them into the truth.
That's why they do those debates. Yeah. Ain't no defibrillators won't help.
This is Matthew chapter 23. And I'm gonna start at verse 28. It says, even so, ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity.
Going into these people here, like people like Bishop Nate, man. You know, they got all them phylacteries on, all that gold on, plastic gold, you know, trying to look sweet, but inwardly. Go ahead up.
It says, but inwardly, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. It says, wherefore ye be witness unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. So Khan, man, hey, how they say the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. Hey, the spirit of the scoffers, the spirit of the wicked is subject unto the wicked, man. Hey, they sit here and say, oh yeah, man, we wouldn't have been with y'all, this, that. Hey, shit, thou sayest, man, shit, you are those that wasn't with us back in the day, man. You wouldn't have stood with the Lord. You wouldn't have accepted the Lord. You didn't accept the Lord back then, like the bishop just said, man.
What I said?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse 12. Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts hath sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. Therefore it is come to pass that as he cried and they would not hear, so they cried and I would not hear, said the Lord of hosts.
So it's the laugh now, cry later, man. So as the Lord is crying, as we piping unto our people, all right, this good news, this gospel, the warning, sounding off that proper vibration, all right, and they're denying it, all right, they go cry, and the Lord does not go here when they cry.
He said, I laugh when your desolation will come upon you.
Somebody was talking, I can't hear.
Yeah, he already made a point.
Oh, okay. That's funny because, like, when I have to chastise my children, like, especially if I have to chastise my daughter, my son, like, when she's crying, he likes to mock her cry. She goes, that's how the Lord gonna do them.
Right in their face, too.
Right in their face.
You should have thought about that. You should have listened.
We should have listened.
Right, you should have listened when we had the prophets teaching.
Mark, when your fear and desolation come upon you, roughly paraphrasing.
Come. You had that.
He's gonna make everybody feel the fear. He's gonna make the elect feel the fear early. You know, with the fearing him, and build them up with us up with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be prepared for what's to come. But everybody else is gonna get feared through these furniture moving, the prophecies, and ultimately, like, everybody's gonna realize they messed up, especially when they get in the line to do that. Yeah. When they get in the line to do this, right? That's when all hell is gonna break. Because once this gets pushed on a mass scale, that's when ultimate destruction. That don't mean no missiles might not fly off before then, but all the missiles gonna fly off once that's implemented. He said, I will laugh when your fear shall come upon. So everybody's gonna have some form of fear. It's all about how they get it. The elect are gonna fear the Lord and be prepared, and everybody else is gonna fear. And the elect are gonna fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and be prepared, and everybody else is gonna fear Al-Shajah when he shows up on Demon Time.
Yeah, a lot of them gonna fear Esau.
Yeah.
Gone.
They're gonna fear Esau and get marked.
Yeah.
And that goes right into what we were speaking on last week, man, about the five virgins being, basically being ready for salvation, man. And the other five wasn't.
Yeah, stupidity is not gonna be an excuse in that day.
Yeah.
Neither will ignorance. It won't be no ignorance because the Lord's everybody's gonna have seen some form of him through the prophets, through prophecies. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna be able to say, well,
now the scriptures say every eye shall see him
when he shows up. But when we come back down from or get out of the wilderness, we're gonna have people that are still on the earth, and you're gonna have some Israelites. They're gonna have to make that decision then. We're gonna bow down to the Lord or not, and you're gonna bring before the Lord, make that decision, and that decision's gonna be made at that time. But as far as when the prophecies, like, everybody's gonna have some sort of fear come upon them. Just luckily that we fear the Lord now.
You got the interjection now?
Come on. This is Revelation chapter 22, verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. And I brought this out to, if it was either you or Arakah, talking about, those who are unrighteous back in the day are here still being unrighteous. And those who are righteous back in the day are still here being righteous. So you want to pray and hope that your lot is that you're a righteous individual back then and you're a righteous individual today, to now.
how you feel about Yahweh Bashim Yahushua now is how you felt about him then when he was here. So you saw him face to face.
Right.
And this message goes out to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the Israelites of the scriptures, man. You know, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. True name of His only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. Oh, and it's not according to color.
Not according to color.
I see.
No, I'm just playing.
Hey, but go back to the point we were just talking about. That goes back to you know, as the brother was just reading the scripture, you know, that also means dust off your feet, man. If they're not receiving the truth, we dust off our feet, man. So we allow them, you know, to continue in their wickedness, man. You know, we're not gonna keep pressing at it, man. If it's for you, it's for you.
If it's not, it's not. And Paul said, hey, if you walk with me, roughly paraphrasing, and you start tripping, I will turn you over to Satan. Bottom line.
Dang. Ooh. Here you go. Hey, man, that's who you want to be with anyway. That's, you know, you are your father the devil, man. You know, that's the mindset and the spirit that's within you, man. Any more precepts?
I got one.
What?
This is going off of what I recall speaking about how IUIC bought the land. This is Acts chapter 1, verse 18. Now this man purchased a field with the reward of iniquity, and falling headlong, he burst asunder in the midst, and all his bowels gushed out. And that's talking about, you know, Judas and the way he perished, and that field being bought with iniquity. And that's the exact same way Nate of IUIC bought his field is through iniquity.
Yeah.
All right.
Turning his back on Yahweh Shai.
Gone, because he bought it with iniquity. So we shall see what his story plays out to be.
Because there's no way, I'm not going to say there's no way, but chances are he would not have received all the monetary gain, okay, and had the resources to purchase that plot of land had he not turned his back on Yahweh Shai, right? And be spewing the name JC everywhere. But he knows that that's what the multitude is going to go to. Right. They're going to go towards that name. They're going to run towards that name and shun the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai is preparing a place for us.
For them too.
Well, but he's preparing a mansion for us in the place of his Father. And that's worth so much more than a few acres down here. I mean, like the bishop said, you know, a few acres down here would be cool, but ultimately, you know, it'll be vain because it's going to be destroyed. We have to keep that on the forefront of our mind, you know, using it but not abusing it. All right, and that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people use this world and they abuse it and get abused by it because they're just heathens, lost in the darkness of this place.
That shows the effects of the 501c3 charter, man. Is that it goes to Maccabees that license to commit sin. All right, because even with business, and you get into a certain tax bracket, and you got a certain income of money being non-tax exempt, then you got to start expending that money. All right. So what communities you helping? What communities you helping? What people you helping other than your people, Israel? And mainly supposed to be helping the elect. All right. That's why you just want to stick to the doctrine, the truth, the word, versus dealing with you know, the world substance, money.
This is page 11, making of a slave. It says the black slaves, really all Jake, what up, Esau? The black slaves, after receiving this indoctrination, the Israelites basically, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands.
So if we receive this doctrine of Yahweh Shai, or they talk about the doctrine of man.
What you were saying, the 501c3,
right.
Just that mindset of what they taught us here in America,
right.
They carrying on perpetually.
Yep.
And it was planned scientifically by these devils.
Hey, that's why that movie I think it was called Goodbye Uncle Tom. You had the scene where the slave patrol, he basically was you know, rounding up the cattle. The cattle was being us, you know, hitting them. He said, God is white. As long as God is white. You know what I'm saying? That color. So as long as he that color, we can rule for what? 100 years, 200 years, said maybe 300 years, and then it skip to the next scene. So it's basically like the whole perpetually,
Perpetually keeping it going.
Perpetually.
Yeah, they eat of wickedness, and not only that, they begin to generate wickedness themselves. Carrying it on throughout generations.
Read that one more time.
Sure, bro.
The water.
All right, this is it says the black slave. No, it says wait. It says I will give you an outline of action, but before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust. They don't want us trusting each other. His eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and envy stronger than adulation. That's why they have Jake out there, Rick Ross, every famous people. Respect, or people like Nate. Respect or admiration. The black slaves, after receiving this indoctrination, this is in all different ways, religious too, shall carry on and will become self-refueling. Wickedness.
So that's why it's so important for us to indoctrinate ourselves with the indoctrination of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, with the true words, with the true doctrine of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, eating and fasting. All right, so that way, so that way our bowels flow out with rivers of living water. The same way Yahushua from his stomach flows with rivers of living water. So the same way that Esau can do it with wickedness, the Lord can do it with righteousness.
That's real though, man.
So it's a movie called Who Cloned Tyrone, and that's a perfect
Oh,
example
God,
of that.
yeah.
Because not only did through that entire letter throughout America, it's plenty of examples of that. Because anytime you see a Jake that come up on some money, and then they try to abuse the system, all of them is just the same. It's a clone of the same exact process, and they all do the same exact thing. They boast of the riches. They anytime they see the people of the Lord, they always disregard it as it's nothing.
Because it ain't necessarily the money, it's the mindset.
Exactly.
Right.
That's why the Lord say what for the love of it is the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying?
And the system is set up so perfectly. I hate to use that word, but they set the system up so perfectly that it's going to continue. That's what the elders doing for thousands of years, man. And what they do is when they see Jake start to come out of it, they just get one man, like Nate the Snake, and that man will bring everybody right back to the system, man.
Boy, they'll come out with Black Panther, and everybody talking about Wakanda forever.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes, though. They just need that one that signed that 501c3 charter, man. You know, just spiritually saying, like, they just need one to be able to bring the rest back.
In that movie, Who Cloned Tyrone? Like, majority of our people got it all wrong. So I told you they were cloning. That's why Kanye was cloned and da-da-da-da-da. They got it all wrong. They're cloning behavior. That's what they're doing.
Psychology.
Cloning behavior. It didn't matter. Huh?
Cloning behavior.
Yeah. It didn't matter that the first dude Tyrone was unalive. There's going to be another one birthed acting in the same manner that he was acting. And it goes back to the original. When you it all breaks down when it goes back to the original Tyrone.
Hey, so you were saying that. Look how many clones there are of NBA YoungBoy or King Von or any other killer, any other rapper that talks about the darkness that they do in the streets. Look how many clones of them there are.
Yeah.
And then what we want to ask is how many clones of Yahushua are there?
You can only see them by their works. You can only be able to recognize them through the spirit.
Right.
You know? All right. You speak on talking about the perpetual Esau. 2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
And that was one of his works that he was doing. Setting up that system.
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Right. So that goes for it. So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is letting them do all this stuff because the Lord's going to take him out of the way. You know?
That's why
and that generation is going to keep going on our people until the Lord take Esau out of the way. And And then shall that wicked be revealed, man, that sent our people on that course to destruction, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. He's going to destroy their whole system and them.
Brightness of his coming. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, that just goes into back into prophecy, man. He's gonna destroy it when Yahweh Shah shows up, man. This system is gonna be done away with, man. You know, and it has to be for our people to come out of that wickedness, man. That mindset, that wicked spirit, the lack of understanding. You know, we need that, man. We need Yahweh Shah to come gather us out of this, man.
Yeah, he set it up so we wouldn't be able to escape
on our own, right? We can't, and that's why he said in Deuteronomy 28 that no man will be able to buy us, man, or redeem us. Is what that word goes into. Like we have no choice but to rely on him, man, because he made this system so perfect that we need him to be able to get out of it or get through it. You know, so you know, hey, Esau, that's a E is a very
he calls a worm.
Right, call us a worm.
I was called a worm. I'll help you. That lets you know we help us.
Fear not.
Without him.
Fear not. I go fear not.
He said, without him, we have no hope in the world.
Because it was something that the bishop said earlier when I was on the way to camp, when I was listening in. He was talking about the story with his grandmother, and he was saying that you said something about the mind.
Where the head goes.
Yeah, wherever the head goes. Con, it's the same way how Esau is setting everything up into each clone in our people's minds, to where the Lord set up each clone after his own mind to go against the wiles of the devil, to take them out of that trap, to get them off of that course, to get them to realize that you're not Tyrone, you're Yahweh Shai. You just have to figure out. You have to know the script.
Hey shit, we defenders of the gospel, they defenders of the world. We defend the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, they defending Cardi B, Snoop Dogg, etc.
The Lord made our foreheads hard against their foreheads, man. So it ain't gonna be. That's what the whole scripture means when it say be holy, man. You got to be separate from them, man. You know, he has made us separate from 2/3 of our people, right? He has given us that wisdom, knowledge, understanding to, hey man, depart from wickedness, man. You know, keep your mind set on him. You know, ain't no other way through this tribulation that we're going through, man, or this destruction that's coming. You know, the Lord already prophesied that's gonna be a dark and gloomy day when he show up. And when he show up, if he don't see himself in you, and he see man in you or see the word in you, man, you're gonna be caught up in that destruction, man. We run these precepts down.
The elders say, you're not Jacob, you Israel. All right. Which what Jacob was doing. Jacob, he was wrestling, man. That's what our people do. 2/3 of our people, they wrestling. All right, but they gonna lose that battle, man.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 20, verse 9. There is a sinner that have good success in evil things, and there is a gain that turneth to loss. There is a gift that shall not profit thee, and there is a gift whose recompense is double. So just bringing that back, I brought that scripture out because of what they were saying about Nate. He had the 40 acres. Even though he'll grab this 40 acres, it's not for the Lord. So in turn, he's gonna gain all of that, or even times 2 or times 3, to still lose it even more, because he don't have the right. He doesn't have the right script. He doesn't have the right doctrine. Everything that he do is in vain.
We're running down.
1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 3. If any man teach otherwise, and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmisings, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. And that's what these people out here are doing. It don't matter what it is, if it's not on the foundation of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you're teaching otherwise. And that's that's all it is. Because these are wholesome words that we're going out teaching, because these aren't our own words. This is straight from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, from the heavens, the Shemayim. Not from
40 acres and a mule or the White House and nothing on this earth, man. This is dust. We got our minds up out of this place for the Lord to give us this gospel. 2/3 of our people, they looking at that 40 acres that IUIC bought, or they'll look at some other group, and because they only have carnal eyes to see and hear, and they can get with that because they can get with something of this world. They can't get with the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shaka. They will cut off from that, and that's why they go down to these things. But the Lord told us to from those type of people, we got to separate from them, but they won't do nothing but turn the shark army
and pull you out the truth. You know, anybody else down here before we?
Precepts.
Let's back up the brother real quick.
Come.
1 Timothy 6:5, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself.
Yeah, so such, separate yourself, man. You know, and people, 2/3 of our people today, man, they really have that mindset, man, that the Lord is blessing them if they receive something. Like, oh, I got a house, man. The Lord put me in this house. He gave me a car. Man, that has nothing to do with nothing at all. Man, you know you being blessed when he gave you the wisdom, knowledge, understanding.
Come on, that's the only thing you should want to receive is wisdom.
Facts, right? Without knowing the prophecies, you ain't being blessed for real, man. Like, but 2/3 of our people, that's what they believe, man. Hey, if I ain't, gain is godliness, man. And that's their mindset instead of understanding that wisdom is godliness, man.
Right. That's their principle. Because the scriptures talk about in Proverbs, it says, with all thy getting, get understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. So that's what you're supposed to be searching and seeking after, rather than these earthly riches, man.
And that was the key point. Wisdom is the principal thing, right, man. We run them down. I know y'all have some precepts.
The book of Galatians, chapter 1 and verse 6, it says, I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Hamashiach unto another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Hamashiach. So, right, and that's goes into what the brothers talk about, with the IUIC, how they say they call on a name, but they don't teach a name. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that they changed up, for basically that gain is godliness, that money, the things that they receive in the world. And it says, verse 8, but so we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you, since that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. So ultimately, these guys are going to be accursed. Yahweh Shema Shai is basically going to expose them, by way of the things that they don't teach concerning the Revelation 13 and 16. And ultimately, they're going to know that they didn't have the oil that whole time, and they ultimately going to be least in the kingdom of heaven.
Damn. And Yahweh Shem Shai is known for exposing you. You see what happened to Polite. You see what happened with Gorilla Hebrew. We can go on. The list goes on and on and on. Genesis. The Lord will expose you real quick, like, man, if you ain't doing his work in sincerity and truth.
Remember the weirdo boys, Ernie and Bert?
Yeah. Bert and Ernie?
Oh, yeah.
I thought about that this morning. My fucking sis brought it by herself. I thought about that.
Yeah. Mississippi?
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, man. You got it up. You good? All right. So, anybody else? So we'll get on this last. Go back to Wisdom of Solomon, and then we'll end it after that. Everybody good? All right.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, starting from verse 6. When the ungodly perished, she delivered the righteous man who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities. All right. Hey, Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Hey, spiritually today, the city which is called Sodom in Egypt. All right. So that's why, hey, like the brother at the beginning of the lesson, man, taking hold of wisdom, asking for wisdom. Wisdom is what's going to guide you out of this destruction that's to come, man. All right. The wisdom of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 7. It says, of whose wickedness even to this day, the wasteland that smoketh is a testimony, and plants bearing fruit that never come to ripeness, and the standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. For regarding not wisdom, they got not only this hurt, that they knew not the things which were good, but also left behind them to the world a memorial of the foolishness so that in the things wherein they offended, they could not so much as be hid. So come, man, as it is going to be this day with Babylon, man. Hey, shit, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to leave a memorial behind. This lake of fire. Hell is going to be cast into the lake of fire, man. This place right here is going to be turned into that lake of fire, man. And it's going to be a memorial, all right, into all other generations of what going contrary to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua establishment, all right, his law, statutes, commandments, what it'll get you, man. And this place is going to be the place that's going to be burning and smoking forever, man. They won't be able to be inhabited by no people, you know. Just going to have the owls, the lizards, you know, things of that sort, man. But it won't be any flesh, human flesh, rather, to be over here to be able to live within this place, all right?
If I may add on real
Hey,
quick.
and with foolishness, when one is a fool, that means that they know to do better, but they choose not to. But somebody who's ignorant is like they literally don't know to do better. So ignorance or foolishness isn't going to save a person in the time to come. And foolishness is a reason of why the tumultuous evil is coming to you. Evil is coming. So like,
yeah, I just want to add on. Remember Lot's wife, man. You know,
yeah, she knew what to do, but yet she didn't do it. And now her foolishness is a monument.
Right, because she was told what? Not to look back. Right, and that's the same thing we're telling our people that today, man. 2/3 of our people, man, not to turn back to the world, man. Continue in this truth, right? Following sincerity in the truth, man.
You got two minds. You got her, and you got the Mary Magdalene. The one that anointed the house shot.
It says, so that in the things wherein they offended, they could not so much as be hid. All right, so man, the wickedness that they committed, it wouldn't be nobody to say, oh no, this didn't happen. Why? Because you have balls of sulfur back there to this day. You have, like I say, trees that don't come to ripeness. You have that standing pillar of salt. With that being said, hey, Sodom and Gomorrah will not be denied. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua left those examples there for it to be accounted for unto this day as an example of what not to do. All right, verse 9, it says, but wisdom delivered from pain those that attended upon her. So man, same as today, man. Look at the generations of old. All right, look at the end they ever call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Were they forsaken? All right, you know, no. Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua forbid, man. So that's why you call and acknowledge the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua within these times, man, which shows an example of wisdom. Why? Because nobody else, all right, far as that's in the world, they don't have this knowledge and wisdom and understanding in order to be able to call upon the name of the Lord within that time of trouble or that time of tribulation, man. What are they going to do? They're going to cry unto the gods what they have been calling on, you know? So that's why you have to choose wisdom within these times. It's crucial, all right? To choose the wisdom of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Why? Because that's going to suffice, man, you know?
Okay, yeah. We ended on yours, then I'll do it.
But this going on into what he was saying with Sodom and Gomorrah will not be denied. Romans chapter 1, verse 32, who knowing the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So they know the wages of sin of death, but our people still follow behind these false prophets, anything of this world, anything not having to do with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We have the examples of what wickedness will get you in Sodom and Gomorrah. Like you said, that's that place was made desolate. But the judgment of this place is gonna make that look like chalk on the road. This place gonna be, yeah, that smoke going up in this place forever. And my people still, you know, they're not seeking the Lord. They're not doing anything according to his ways, and that's what's gonna be their ultimate downfall. They're rejecting him, they're destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and that's gonna manifest into a physical destruction.
So come, man. So at the end of the day, you know, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? You got to ask for it in the times of tribulation, man. So that way he can lead you in the right path, man. Because you don't want to end up like Lot's wife. You want to end up like Mary Magdalene. I'm gonna say the name wrong, but end up like her, man. The one who anointed, put the oil on Yahushua's head, man. That's the path you want to be on, man. You don't want to be the ones that, you know, you got your back turned to the Lord, you got your face turned, you know, and that's gonna lead you. That's gonna end up turning you to that pillar of salt, right? You want to be the one that's, you know, being crowned by Yahushua in that day, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. To those who need to be edified too, we're going to go ahead and give praises to the Lord in the proper names. We're going to start off by saying Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rekah, Kodash, Ma'amath. All right, definitely want to give double honors to our elder apostles of GMS. Definitely want to give double honors to our elder apostle, Harwan, Ban Yasala of the Lionz Den Highways. That's right here. All right, shalom to the rest of the elect, man. Shalom.
Yeah, keep pushing.